So let's take. We've got 5 minutes to do the 1.9 million youth idle, no work, no training, no education. So because you were on the floor already, maybe you should just add Honorable Atabwadi. Just add.
Yes, you know earlier
Honorable Ipe will wrap up.
Yes, I've been telling you these are the issues that our policies as politicians should gear towards arresting. What policy are we going to put in place to ensure that these people, if they are retrained, to ensure that these people get work to, so that they are not idling? Because of the joblessness of the youth, that was why they went into the betting. And then betting is now being taxed. Betting winnings is now being taxed, and so on, because they had nothing to do. And I've told you, initially, when I gave you the statistics and told you that multidimensional poverty is 7.3, 7.4 million people across. In Kumasi, there are nearly 1 million people. In Kumasi, oh. And in Savannah region, they are the highest, poorest people in this country and so on. So what did the policy arrest? When they talked about the one factory, one village, one dam, the Palugo Dam, you name them all this. They only became conduit for corruption and stealing. They became conduit for mismanagement of the economy and so on. Just a few people who are in this government that are enjoying and they've acquired so much wealth that their wealth is such that if they redistributed, this country would not have even gone to IMF. And this is a reality. I am not saying it. This is from the Statistical Service of Ghana.
Yeah.
And so on. So it's a major, major issue. And that is why in our policy we talked about the 24-hour economy, we talked about the fact that we are going to train people in the coding system, other IT application, 1 million youth, and so on. We are also going to ensure that with that 300,000 people youth get. So policies must be targeted at ensuring that we remove these people from idleness because they have no work to do, they have no training. If we train, in fact, there are people who have even completed SS and they don't have any skill work to do. If we implement our policy of training 1 million youth in the coding in ICT and other applications, can you imagine that we've taken a chunk away? And this was what Joe Mama has been talking about. We also talked about the Women's Bank, banking purposely meant for women. Why? Because credit and collateral demands is very difficult for those who are into small and medium-term enterprises to be able to get credit, to be able to expand their businesses and to employ and so on. So we are looking at a system where these statistics must be taken into consideration when we are doing our manifestos and so on. Our manifesto, we are almost done. It will come. You would have seen that we would have captured areas.
When are we looking at it?
Oh, because I am not part, but I know that, having been following it, I know that we are almost concluding and so on. The launching will be done at the appropriate time, and so all of you will be invited. I'll invite my friend IEP and the MPP to come and listen to what 24-hour economy is and how it's going to generate jobs and so on. If these people are idling and you have a factory that can turn out 8 hourly, jobs for people, I think it will be better off, because we said the demand is there. My brother talked about is demand driven. The demand is there because we import food items alone over $3 billion. What it means is that if we go into agri-processing and agri-business, we would produce, and what do we import? We import oil, we import tomato, we import, even these days, we import pepper, onions, and so on. Look at the amount of money that went into the importation. Over 166 million went into onion importation. And all this. These are policies that are geared towards arresting this cancerous situation. But the statistics is clear. And it's a timing bomb. As I talked to you this morning, unemployment is 14.7. We handed over 8.7 It's now 14.7%. 30% of youth unemployment. And it clearly demonstrates that the statistics is right. So we have to do better than.
Honorable Ipe, let me come to you. So 1.2 million females out of the 1.9 million.
Yeah, it's a national security threat. It's an issue that needs to be addressed. This thing came out somewhere in 2000, 2001, and it forced former President Kufuor to introduce the Youth Employment Agency as a stopgap measure to ensure that the idle youths will at least have something to do for 2 years. It helps them to get some experience and position them also to get a job to do. So we have so many models of it. And Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo also coming into power has introduced many models on this youth employment program or policy. But there's a need to do more by giving the youth some form of training. That is why the current government also emphasized the implementation of the TVET, where you can get technical and vocational education to train such people, and also the introduction of a free senior high school to ensure that people don't terminate their education at the junior high school. If or not for anything at all, you go to senior high school, that will give you an opportunity to either enroll into the job markets.
Or become unemployed.
Than to become unemployed. So these factors are all there. Yet, we are having about 1.9 million youth still unskilled, that is, they have no training, they have no education, and they are idle. Those of us from rural communities, when we go there, we see these things very, very, very high, especially when you are driving through the communities and they cite you. They start, honorable, you see them coming in their numbers. Some of them are not trained. Some of them have no education to the level where you can employ them. That is, they have no employable skills, and they don't have anything to do. That is why the government also introduced the planting for food and job, and see if we can use that to take some of them into agriculture.
It hasn't really done much.
Yes, but at least we've seen some young people when there's a planting for food and jobs started the phase 1. We saw a lot of young people going into it. Some are still in, others have also come out because they can't wait for a whole season before they start making some money. So it is an issue that we need to address. Yes, as I've mentioned, so many policies that is trying to address it, but we should also not forget the fact that the more the population gets increased, if care is not taken, we are going to have a lot of these people and their number is going to be increased. Because when I was a small boy schooling in Otuanse, my village, if you are moving around without going to school, the whole community eye will be on you. Hey, why are you not in school? Or somebody can even meet your mother or your father and ask, I saw your boy is not in school. But I could see that today, if I go to the village, the number of school dropouts is getting increased. I'm talking about those at the primary and the junior high school. Some we ask them, why? Why go school? I mean, go school. You find out and you say, why are you not going to school? Because my mother, my father has no money to take me to school. I don't want us to treat this under this current regime because it's something that I started long ago, and there's need not to politicize it, but to make sure that we find a solution to it. Look at what is happening in Kenya and other countries. It's because the young man has nothing to do. When somebody
in many cases, you even go to the school, you end up not having anything to do.
It is
like the reference you made to the community, for example.
We want to situate the debates of Yapa. You see, they say youth not in education, training, and employment.
Yeah.
So indeed, somebody must have gone to school with a university degree and still not be working. We must also find a solution to that. I've been telling my children, if you go to school, look at the program that is more difficult that many people cannot do. Make sure you do that. I quite remember when you enter Polytechnic, today Technical University, and do HND. For instance, engineering, you do general engineering for 1-2 semesters. That is one academic year. And then we have mechanical engineering is divided into 4 main branches. We have plant maintenance engineering, we have refrigeration and air conditioning engineering, we have automobile engineering, and we have forgot one. So the automobile is very difficult. So everybody ran away from it. We left with only 15 people in class. doing automobile engineering. Out of about 120 engineering students, others branch to various production, plant maintenance, refrigeration, and automobile. And then everybody wanted to go and do plant maintenance, production, refrigeration. We left with only 15 of us. We said, half of us will do it. Oh, it's difficult. We can't say we'll do it. Today, we have a WhatsApp platform with all the 15 of us on it. If I should tell you where they are now, the 15 people, go to Gambia Port and Harbour Authority, the chief automobile engineer there, Ashcroft Atta, was my mate at Accra Technical University. Kujabi and Co. Quite recently, until he came on retirement, Eji was the head of underground engineering services at Anglo Gold Ashanti. And even the only female honest is now with Ford, General Motors, working in the United States of America. But everybody wants to go. I don't want to mention any program. But if you go to the marketing class when we were in school, there are almost 500. Everybody wants to do marketing. You come and then the industrial, the employment can pick about 50.
It's already chilled.
What about the 450 going? And Accra Technical University may not be the only technical university that is training marketing. You see, so we must take that. As why Dr.
Be deliberate on what.
Yeah, Dr. Luchun is saying that let's go to STEM. Let's catch them young. Mathematics is not difficult. That is why everybody wants to run away from those courses. So I told my children, look, whether you like it or not, prepare yourself that you are going to do science. Because when you do the science at the WASI, you have so many branches, so many programs to pick from at the university that can employ you. You may not even need anybody to employ you. And that is what the Indians are doing. Go to India and see. They make sure that they train the students to do the most difficult, that as soon as they get out from the university, even if India government is not prepared to absorb them, they go to other countries. That's why you go to any other country.
You'll find them there.
You see the engineers.
All right.
So
we have to go now.
No, that's nothing. I have this, my brother-in-law called Samson Atrima. He's an unrepentant MPP fellow. Very stubborn. And,
repentant MPP fellow.
Unrepentant.
Unrepentant, okay.
And that's my wife's brother. He's watching this. I just want to say hello. I've been asking him to stop and join NDC. Very good electrical contractor.
Very good.
He should stay there.
Samson is a good certified electrical contractor and an engineer and so on. Since school days. Very brilliant guy, but he chose to go to a technical school, like you're saying.
The Honorable, you've done a good job. You should by now have been able to bring him to NDC.
I've been talking to him. He's very stubborn. He's very stubborn. Samson is stubborn. I've been talking to him. I've asked my wife to talk to the brother to come.
My brother, if you look at the governance in this country, or the country Ghana gets innovative programs and policies, and things turn around for the better. Anytime MPP.
No, you rather destroy.
That will be our conversation.
You destroy. Anytime you come to power, they destroy this country. We take time. We have to build it back.
Current international crisis.
Anytime we give them power, they will destroy this country.
This one, it will not add anything to them.
We'll build it back and they will destroy it.
It will still be where it is, so let's leave it there. Anyway, a big thank you to Franco Trading Enterprise this morning for making us have this conversation here on the show. Thank you so much for also sending your contributions and your thoughts this morning. And a big thank you to the two honorables for joining me this morning here on the show as well. I wish you the very best. And once again, a happy birthday to Honorable Henry Nate. You're celebrating your birthday today. We wish you the very best. Yeah. Yes, Henry.
Tell him, where is the party?
He did a party for the wife. I'm not sure he will do one for himself.
No, but he cannot discriminate. He has to do for the boys too. If he did it for the girls, he must do it for the boys too.
We're good.
So
as long as we've done it for the women, we're good. Anyway,
that is it. Once you do for the women, you are good.
Hey, you're good. You're good. All right. So please do stay with us. There's more coming up, and see you know the Golden Girl is standing by with some latest updates and trends here on the show. Do stay.